This is the only lower back exercise routine that you'll ever need. Hi there, welcome. I'm Coach Brian here with Criticalbench.com. I'm a functional movement specialist and I love taking care of my body, but not just mine, but yours too. And in this video, you're gonna find a bunch of different stuff that's gonna keep your lower back and your hips and your back and all that good stuff happy and healthy. So if you're experiencing any back pain right now, perfect, this video is gonna be for you. Now, if you're not experiencing back pain, well, watch this video in order to keep your back healthy and perfect and away from injury. So again, this is the exercise routine that you're never gonna deviate away from. So this is gonna give you everything you need from the top to the bottom to keep your back happy and healthy. So as you can see, I'm positioning myself on a foam roller here. So you need to get yourself a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, save this video, go out and buy a foam roller, and come back and watch this video because it's crucial to start off with this routine using a foam roller. So what I'm gonna do in this position here, I'm gonna get on my back, put the foam roller right underneath my shoulder blades, and now I'm gonna do what I call some spine articulation movements. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hands right on your rib cage there, or comfortably, you can put it on your floor, and just do some very small crunches, if you will. I hate using the term crunch, but that's pretty much what we're doing. We're articulating the spine just to get some movement in that middle back. Middle back is usually the tightest part of the back. It sits right above the lumbar and it sits right below the cervical column. So it's called your thoracic spine. So what we're trying to do is articulate some movement, get some movement in there, and then we're gonna go tackle the lower back. So just do this for about a half a minute to a minute. And then what you're gonna do after this is kind of when it gets fun here. So now you're gonna move the foam roller underneath your hips. And now what we're gonna do is called an inverted, I should really say inverted, but we're gonna do a knee pull. We're gonna open up those hips. So what we're doing here is stretching out the hip flexors. Again, we're getting all the musculature surrounding the lower back before we actually go towards the lower back. So we just took care of the middle back, which sits right on top of the lower back. Now we're gonna go to the hips, which is what we're doing right here, because the hips are extremely tight just by sitting, poor exercise technique, common injuries, things like that. And if you're a runner or things like that, your hips are definitely tight. So we need to open up those hips. So I'm gonna do this back and forth for half a minute to a minute. Nice, slow and controlled. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna integrate some movement. So still using the foam roller, put your feet down on the floor, knees bent, right here. So now we're gonna start stretching out the spine. Speaking of stretching, I have a free stretching gift I wanna give to you. It's a free digital download. You can go to underneath this video in the pinned comments. There's a link you're gonna see the link there. You can click that link, send us your email, and we'll send you this free stretching book right away. So take advantage of that. So stretching the lower back, articulating, getting some movement going on in there. These are called, I'm just calling them foam roll windshield wipers, right here. Side to side. Now, if you're feeling good with this, simply pick up the feet, arms go out to stabilize yourself, and repeat the movement. Now, this is definitely a little more challenging, so if you're experiencing lower back pain, I would stay in this position for a while until that pain dissipates. Again, at 30 seconds to a minute is perfect for this. You can always add a little bit more time, not a big deal. So moving the foam roller back underneath those hips. This one's gonna be kind of like an assisted stretch. So we're using gravity to help pull our body down. So I call this a foam rolled butterfly. So what we're doing here is if you can get in close to my lower back, take a look at my lower back on here. I'm trying to push my lower back down to the ground. It's not gonna touch the ground. It might be difficult for you to see, but chances are you're gonna try to be in like a position like this to start, just to protect the core. But then what I want you to do is roll the lower back. So you're rounding the lower back there. Now you're grabbing the knees, pulling the knees open. This might feel awkward or uncomfortable at first, but that's just your body's natural response to protect itself. Once you release the musculature and all the systems to get into this position, you can pretty much sit in this position for a very long time, all right? That's the whole idea behind this movement, is just to relax the body, take the stress and just the stress off the spine. But you really have to round that lower back first in order to start this. 30 seconds to a minute. You could even, alternate sides, give a knee pull on each side. You can open the legs up a little wider, like in a traditional happy baby pose from yoga. And then if you want to incorporate some more knee hugs, stuff like this, just again, the more movement you do in the lower back, the better you're going to be. Small, good, clean movements. That's the trick to keeping your lower back healthy. All right, let's move out that foam roller. We're done with that. All right, so while we're moving into the next sequence, what I want you to do is scroll down underneath this video, hit that subscribe button, make sure you click that notification bell as well to stay up to date with what we've got. We've got thousands of other videos just like this one that you're gonna find helpful as well. So now we're gonna go into a half kneel pose here. So half kneel is one knee down, 90-90. We're gonna bring our shoulders back, chest is up, chin is tucked. Now what we're gonna do from this position is tuck your tailbone a little bit. We're not sticking our butt out like this, we're sitting nice and tall. Now if you have extreme tightness in your hip flexors, this is gonna be challenging to hold this position. Hold this for 30 seconds to a minute, but if you're feeling stable and comfortable, what I want you to do, take your opposite hand, so right leg is in front, take your left hand, reach that hand across, pull that upper body, your torso, take that chin, look over your right shoulder, and hold this. You're gonna breathe here for about a half a minute, and then slowly release. Now, if you really want to intensify this stretch, take that back hand, reach up as high as you can. You're gonna feel a stretch along not only your lower back, but also the front external obliques right there. And if that's too much, obviously back off to your level of comfort where you feel a decent stretch. And then release. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Yep. Now it's important that you follow this sequence of exercises. Follow this flow because there is science behind this routine here. There is a flow, it's a systematic process to activate certain muscles, to stretch out certain muscles. You just don't want to be throwing all these different types of lower back exercises. So we started with some basic activation exercises, mobility exercises, stability. Now we're going to transition into some strength movements. So strength is very simple. All you need to do, I've got 3 exercises I want to show you. We're going to start with the glute bridge. A lot of the time, the glutes are underdeveloped and they're the ones that should be taking the brunt of your movement. So put it this way, if your glutes are doing lower back movements, your lower back's going to get hurt. Or I should put it this way, your glutes are the powerhouse of your body. We're going to a glute bridge, by the way. I'll explain this in here just a moment. Your lower back is supposed to be a postural muscle. It's supposed to stabilize. Your glutes are your powerhouse. They're active, they're dynamic. If your lower back is not doing what it should be doing, your glutes are going to take over. If your glutes aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, your lower back's going to take over. Chances are your glutes aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, so your lower back is taking over, which ultimately will affect and hurt your lower back. So what we're doing now is strengthening our glutes. Strengthening our glutes so that they wake up and do what glutes need to do. Again, you can do this 30 seconds to a minute, or you can count 15, 20 repetitions or so. Relax at the bottom. Squeeze at the top. Perfect. Now we're going to flip on over. Going into a Superman position. So arms out, legs out. We're going to tuck the chin in, but for demonstration purposes, just so I can communicate with you better, I'm going to keep my chin up, but I want you to keep your chin down like this. But I'm going to keep my head up again, just so I can clearly communicate with what I need to tell you. So hands out, feet out. Now you're going to take one hand. We're going to start with the right hand here. Left foot, lift it up, relax. Opposite, relax. Now we're not trying to raise it up as high as we can. We're just going up comfortably to where our body allows to start strengthening this particular movement pattern. Alternate sides, 30 seconds to a minute. If you want to go 5-10 reps per side, that's fine as well. Slow and controlled. We're not trying to Just fly our way through it. Slow and controlled. Last movement is the plank. I love the plank, strengthens the core. Your core is comprised of not only your midsection, the front, but also your lower back as well. So it's important to strengthen all surrounding musculature for this. So here's the plank. Very generic, basic plank. Great exercise. Now, if you're experiencing a lack of strength or some muscular pain, drop down to the knees and hold this. Over time, the more you do this exercise, you're going to build the strength, and then you can pick those knees up and hold that. 30 seconds to a minute. If you need a rest because that's a little too challenging, that's fine. Build your way up, and then that's going to complete your lower back routine. Hey, thanks for watching this video with me. Like I said, this is the lower back routine that you're never gonna get away from. You're gonna do this multiple times throughout the week to keep your back happy and healthy. And for watching this video, like I said in the beginning of this video, I wanna give you a free stretching book. It's an ebook that you can download digitally. All you need to do to get this is click the link that's pinned underneath this video. Just click that link, give us your email, and we're gonna send you this instant download right away. And while you're down there too, subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and drop us a comment. I'm Coach Brian here with Critical Bench. Have a great day.